Hi everybody, Armored Pants here and welcome back to channel. We have another video for you today, another Tank Legion video, and today we're going to talk about how to skirmish. So basically there are three game types for Tank Legion, ranking videos which we're going to look at in a subsequent video. But your basic videos, when you start off playing, you've got two types. You've got skirmish and you've got scramble. Skirmish is basically you've got to kill 10 of the enemy tanks before they kill 10 of you, so it's simple kill accumulation game. And scramble, of course, is when you look at capturing the flag and you've got to get to 100, similar to Blitz. The two games are quite different and they have different dynamics. Now, skirmish is perhaps the simplest game, and for many tank legionnaires it's maybe the best game because it's simply about tank battle, right? There's no other tactics about it. But it also has some nuances to it. It also has some subtle things you need to think about if you want to do it well and to play well. So we're going to have a look at some gameplay, and as we look through the gameplay, I'm going to talk you through some of the key things that we need to look at when we want to skirmish and skirmish well. So we're having a look here at gameplay. It's on Normandy and I'm running the Panther with the derp gun. So the key thing you need to think about first is you need to look at the setup. And you need to have a look at what tanks are on the enemy team. And then you need to consider what tank you're playing and where you need to go to engage. So in this game, if you look at it, there are not that many light tanks or lightly armored tanks. So if there are, then that's what I'm going to go after in the Panther, right? Because you can roll them. They're basically two-shot kills for you, right? So it means you can ramp up the kills pretty quickly, but there aren't. So what I've done is I've run out to the flanks here, and what I'm looking for is some targets that I can hit from the flanks. And you can see there we've rolled him now for over 500 damage, and he should be a 1 or 2 shot for us now. Another thing you need to consider is keeping out of danger, because we've discussed before in a scramble game how you can use the respawn as a tactic to win, right? But that's a double-edged sword in skirmish, because every time you're killed, it racks up one more kill for the enemy and it gets them closer to the win. So if you are killing 3 and dying, then that's okay. But if you're going in for a kill, killing and then dying yourself, it actually has no benefit to your team whatsoever. So you need to think carefully about that. So you're continually watching the map, continually looking at the enemy tanks, where they are, their points, their hit points, what's left, and what type of tank they are. So for example, if there's KD1 or something left with 500 hit points, going after him, you're going to be 4 shots to kill him, maybe 5, right? And he can put a lot of damage into you. If there is a tank which is lightly armored, like this one, 2-shot kill, bam, and we get double kill, and now we're 2-0 up in terms of kills. You can see that I am continually watching the map to keep safe. I see another vulnerable tank here, a tank I can do a lot of damage to with a HE round, and actually can roll him for all of his hit points, massive kill, and we're 3-0 up now. Again, I know where the reds are, but I'm not going to rush in there. I'm actually going to try to drop some air support onto them. But that target I thought he was sniping, but actually moved, so I don't get any hits for that. But using your air support, particularly towards the end of the game, if you can spot 1 or 2 tanks on low points that are not moving, that are sniping, you can drop air on them and you can win the game without actually even having to go to engage. And if it's a close game, that can make the difference between winning and losing. If you're 9-all and you can call in air support and get that kill, then that can be the difference between winning and losing. You can see what I've done is, as I get well done there from my teammates, what I've done is I have been targeting the vulnerable tanks on the enemy team with lower hit points. And I have been picking them off to rack up now a 5-0 and now 6-0 win for my team. I'm going around the back. I don't want to stay here. I'm going to use the speed of the Panther to get out of this situation. I'm going to see if I can do some damage on him as I'm going. And I get an unstoppable kill accumulation there. And we are now 7-2 up, and this game is going to be over. We have another vulnerable tank here. Take him for 400, over 400, 450, 462 roll, massive roll. Now, I still have 400 hit points left. We are 8-2 up. This game should be over. But I also don't want to die because I don't want to remove myself from the map, because I know if you're looking at the scores, I'm doing most of the damage for my team. And also I don't want to give them an extra kill. So I'm being very careful about what I'm doing here. I've taken a few more hits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the flock out of town, and I am going to move around the map so that it become unspotted again, reset my camo. And I'm looking at the map now for some vulnerable targets. I'm looking for something on lower hit points. I'm not going to go front on to engage the enemy. You can see over here to the right, the enemy is clustered. If you go towards that, you're going to die, right? Because, you know, they are in a position now where they can concentrate fire. If you're playing this as an individual, it's difficult to coordinate fire and concentration of fire. But if you're playing as a team, so if you've got a legion running, concentration of fire is key to skirmish. If you all go together, it doesn't matter when you go straight up the map or to the fast-moving flank or to the heavy flank. It doesn't really matter. If you concentrate fire on that team, you will win. But of course, if you're playing individually, which most people are at the start, then you know you need to look for those vulnerable targets. You can see here now, I see we've another vulnerable target. He's isolated. Let's go after him. Wicked sick kill. 9-5 up now, and this game should be over. I see another vulnerable target. Again, if you look at what the Reds are doing here, they are getting themselves isolated, separated, and this is really not what you want to do, because then you get killed just like that. Monster kill for me, which I think is 8 kills. MVP delivered. And you can see when you look at the scores that because I've been thinking tactically about the game, not just running out trying to kill everything in sight, I have done 4 times more damage than anybody else in my team, and actually I've done more damage than I think all of my team almost combined. Nearly, not quite, almost. So you can see that thinking about the game really is important, and that while skirmish seems to be a simple game, it does have some nuances and some things you need to think about. So for example, don't get killed to get a kill, because it has no benefit whatsoever. Check the setup, that is key. For example, if you're in this Panther and you see some T67s or some C19s, target them, because they're 2-shot kills for you. Also, if you're in something like a Ferdinand or Rimborsig, look for them, HE them, and you're going to rack up your kills. Don't forget to use your air support, particularly if you just need 1 kill to win. It's a close game. Look for isolated targets and chase them down and kill them to rack up your scores. And if you're on low hit points yourself and the game is close, get out of trouble, get the flock out of dodge, and reset your camo and try to just snipe. Because if you're vulnerable and it's close, there's only 1 or 2 kills in it. If you get killed, it can make the difference between winning and losing. So guys, I hope you found that useful. I hope you found it helpful. I hope that you're enjoying Tank Legion. As we said before, it's a good sort of non-stress-free, fun alternative to Blitz. Obviously not as complex or as in-depth or engaging as Blitz, but certainly fun and easy to play. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. Now I guess all that remains for me to say is, as always, pants off.